Well, let's talk about legacy a little bit.
Sure.
I mean, I know it's election day and there's 4 more years, but let's talk about legacy, because there are some who have accused the mayor, specifically in this election, talk about Jennifer Keesmaat, saying that he's accomplished really nothing over the last 4 years. So really, if you take that narrative, he has 4 more years to really build a legacy.
Sure.
So how do you do that? I mean, you've had 4. You don't have a lot of things necessarily. He's been accused of not showing progress.
In fairness to Mayor Tory, I think one of the things that sort of put him over the top in terms of the last election in 2014, he was the calm that Toronto needed after the storm. And so I think he spent sort of the first couple of years of his first term just realigning the nature of how the City of Toronto works with the civil service, works with other councillors, works with other regions.
As an administrator.
Exactly. Sort of like the caretaker, the adult in the room, just sort of fixing and ironing out many of those wrinkles. Now, with that said, you don't really accomplish much in terms of sort of tangible things you can say, well, we did this and we did that. Look, there's as many construction cranes in the sky as there has been for a long time. We could argue about the King Street pilot project, whether that's been a success or not. I suppose he could point to that and say that's something that he's done. I know he would certainly talk about the fact that he's managed to get both levels of government to fund his smart track, to a degree to fund his smart track.
Although shovels aren't in the ground.
Shovels are not in the ground. And I think that's yet another example of the dysfunction, the overall dysfunction of a broad thinking, like a long-term thinking city council, which I think 25 will be useful for, to get those big projects done. I think the criticism is not only from Ms. Keesmaat, is not wholly unfair, only in that he hasn't really, like he didn't, I'll come back to this whole notion, didn't outsource garbage, for example, did keep taxes to the rate of inflation. They didn't go over the top on spending, but it would appear that he was far more interested in certain pet projects than he was, or able to sort of do big city building. But, you know, we have conversations that are happening on the waterfront. We have things that are moving ahead in terms of other developments. But I think Torontonians, depending on what part of the city you're in, they're sort of looking around and thinking, well, this is just a giant concrete jungle now. Everything is just a condo. Where is the more green space? Where is the connectivity of me getting from work to home? And where's the efficacy in that? So that's a very difficult task to jump over in the next 4 years.
Right.
And I don't think he will be able to do it.